Well, I attended residential school for 10 years, and the challenges were there was a lot of negativity, put downs, like you never were praised and for the things that you did. It was always put downs like you're stupid, you're dumb, you're never going to amount to anything. And that kind of is a tape in your head that you think of that, maybe I am dumb, maybe I am stupid, and I'll never ever amount to anything. While my mom went to residential school, my dad did, my grandma, my grandpa, and they were sexually abused at residential school and physically abused, and my abuse was bad, theirs was worse. My husband and I got married, we had 4 children, and I raised them, the way I was raised in residential school. I was a disciplinarian, really, really bad. And my husband was physically abusive to his sons. We raised them in an unhealthy environment because we didn't have any tools in our toolbox, from our parents to learn how to raise our children in a healthy way. I never really knew I was an Aboriginal woman with a rich culture, a rich history, until I went to treatment, and I found out that really helped me to heal, because we used to do sweats, and we used to go for swims in the river and cleanse ourselves with the water, smudges, and we used to use cedar to brush us down, and the healing was really beautiful because it was, connected with culture and our history. Well, when I was in Skwxwu, I had a lot of things that I hated about myself that I had done in my life, and it weighed me down, and I felt like I could never ever walk with my head up and look at people, and be happy. But I remember this ceremony, so we closed our eyes, and he said, think about when you were first born in your mom's tummy, and then you were born into this world, and you were pure of mind, body, and spirit. You had no worries, no hurts, nothing to worry about. And then as you got older, you started to pick up on negativity, and people started to hurt you, and you started to carry that, and it started to weigh you down. But today, he said, you're going to leave all that negativity here. You're not going to bring it back with you home. Because he gave us a blessing, a spiritual blessing. And then after that blessing, I felt that I had let go all that anger and the hate and everything that I had inside of me of the people that hurt me. And the elder did his cedar ball brushing after too, and I felt like I was reborn, that I could continue to live this life in a really good way and love others and forgive others, because I forgave the nuns, the priests, the brothers, and for everything that happened in the school. For whatever reason they done them things, I don't know. I don't know why they were like that. But I didn't want to carry that. It wasn't mine anymore. It was for them to carry. So I learned to forgive myself, especially my inner child that I hurt. I forgave all the trauma that I put that inner child through. And then I could feel myself getting really light and happy. And I just couldn't wait to leave the treatment center and come home. And forgiving yourself is the hardest thing to do because, of everything I did in my life, I never thought that I could ever walk this earth and feel proud and pride of who I was as being Aboriginal. And with the history and the culture and everything that they have given to us to help us heal, it's all there out in the forest. You walk in the forest and there's so much healing out there that you could use. And my elders have taught me that, and I use that with myself. Not every day, but every week I have to go and do something to help me to continue to take off the negativity and the hurts that I carry through the week. If you are carrying a lot of hurt, trauma, anger, whatever you have within yourself, you don't have to carry that. It's not yours to own. Let it go. And I usually tell them that, with myself, I use cedar. And when I go and get this cedar, I usually pray to the cedar tree, and I have tobacco, and I ask them, I'm going to ask you if I can have 4 cedar to help to cleanse myself. So I take the tobacco and I dig a little hole under the cedar tree. So I usually take the cedar boughs and just brush myself down. And I'm usually by the creek. And then, I brush the front and the back. And then I pray while I'm doing that the cedar will take away all the negativity that I have within myself and the anger or whatever. Because after I throw it into the water and I thank them for doing the work that they have done for me to help to cleanse myself, to forgive myself for anything that I did wrong during the day, that I want forgiveness and I want to do good, to the people around me. And then I go to the creek and then I take the water and then I wash my face 4 times with the cold water, because the water is healing. And if you want to, you can go into the water and, dip yourself in there 4 times, because, it's a really cleansing time for you to do this, for you to make you feel better from mind, body, and spirit. Our people have been doing this for hundreds of years. I just want to say that we are all healers, every one of us. If you believe that, it's going to work for you, because Mother Earth has given us so much traditional healing out there that we can use to help ourselves to heal. There is changes that you can make in your life, no matter if you're a chronic drug addict or you're an alcoholic. I was an alcoholic till I was 35 years old. And now I'm alcohol-free. As of March 8th, it'll be 40 years. And I could never ever think about going back to drinking, because it caused so much pain, so much anger and hate, that I wouldn't want that back in my life. And I pray, that other people can start walking the red road too, and start their healing with their drugs and alcohol, because it can be done. It just got to be, something that you say in your heart and soul, that I am going to make that change today, because it can happen.